Yo, what up, guys? Tomato sauce in here. About to do some Windwalker monk gameplay. Gig. Here. Free warrior is. You can see how the AoE blackout kick just stacks your the crane. Full stack. Cancel Fist of Fury. Oh no. Oh yeah. Do this weird thing in this boat. Karma. Die through karma. Yeah, I didn't karma. Big RSKs. Here. Good. Big damn. Yeah, Windwalker, I know the tuning is definitely off, but it plays plays super fun right now. I'll go over the talents I'm playing at the end of this dungeon. I haven't really played Windwalker since BFA. I just didn't really like the Legion or whatever expansion, the Shadowlands version of Windwalker that we got to mess around with. Wasn't for me. Yeah, just wasn't my thing. I'm not really syncing my cooldowns like I would in a typical Mythic Plus, but yeah, it's all good. Gotta love Chi G procs. And this new AoE blackout kick just like synergizes so well with Chi G. Or with, yeah, with really everything that has to do with spinning crane kick. Big damn. I think RSK, Rising Sun Kick's doing a little bit too much damage right now, but just by a little bit. But even if this was toned down, you know, a bit to be more in line with these other classes, it would still be a blast. But yeah, Windwalker's pretty cracked right now. Whoops. Watch this. Stack our blackout kicks. Get up to those procs. Get up to those Mark of the Crane stacks very quickly. It just feels super, super good. That interaction is just going to be a lot of fun to play with. This expansion, I think. Just being like more easily stack your Mark of the Crane stacks. I think they definitely hit a home run with the blackout kick interaction, the AoE blackout kick. Drop the statue, drop Zuyin, get the boy out, Serenity, cancel Fist of Fury, go right back into another Rising Sun kick, full Fist of Fury. Nah, we're gonna cancel it again. Bring out the RSK, Fist of Fury. We'll go through the full fist this time. Yeah, cracked single target damage. Absolutely cracked single target damage. A lot of fun. I mean, honestly, just that Serenity rotation is so much more fun than Ceph. Honestly, unless like Ceph completely blew Serenity out of the water. I mean, there's so much kiting right now in PvP. I actually think Serenity is the better play in PvP as it stands right now. But yeah, you couldn't even catch me running Ceph in dungeons unless it, again, it just like completely blows Serenity out of the way. I mean, Serenity just feels so good, the Serenity rotation. A lot of that has to do with the Rising Sun Kick tuning, though, and the fact that you want to cancel these Fists of Fury to get these fat RSKs out with the game, with the way the game is tuned now. Again, right, a ton of stuff is going to change, especially like with regards to rotations. But you know, why not play if you're going to play it optimally. Played around on a target dummy tonight, and then I decided just to queue into a dungeon, make a little Windwalker gameplay video, showcase where the class is at right now, because I personally think it's in a really, really cool spot. Even if the Windwalker Discord does not agree, because there are a couple bug talents. I'm actually using one of them right now, because if the choice is a bugged talent or rushing Jade Wind, I'm picking a bugged talent 10 out of 10 times. I think rushing Jade Wind is maybe the worst talent they've ever given to monks. Just not my thing. As Austin Powers would say, that is not my bag, baby. Some of you watching this video probably don't even know who Austin Powers is. That's a travesty. Gonna drop the boy. Big Serenity, cancel, boom, blackout, get the fists up again. That's so much damn. I love that Dance of Chi-Ji is back again. Always been like one of my favorite talents on Windwalker. I'm telling you, just look at the AoE blackout kick. It just looks like it does good damage, right? It just feels good to press for once. Blackout kick in dungeons doesn't just feel like this wasted filler ability in AoE. You know, it cracks. It gets your Marks of the Crane up. And yeah, just overall feels really, really good to use. Really have any cooldowns up. I'm gonna save my Bone Dust Brew, sync it with my Serenity in like 15 seconds. This thing, I don't even know what this fight does. I'm alive though. We're gonna do some damn. Oh yeah, this is that weird fight. Oh, I'm gonna die. Whew. I don't know how I remembered that. I've only been in this dungeon once, and I think you know which way my last trip into this dungeon. I died. It looks like we're gonna get to sink some cooldowns because of this weird phase. I wonder how this phase is gonna feel in Mythic Plus. Let's see how much damage that does. A lot. Not worth. Use some of our instant vivifies to run back through this. Pop our little magic shield here, and go in and bust this dude. Oh no. Whew. Oh no. Definitely should have chi G'd on that statue. Just bad play. So I lost my chi G proc. Unfortunate. This fight, I do not like this fight. I don't think this fight is going to be fun at all, especially in high mythic plus. Um, this is not what I would consider a fun fight. TBH just doesn't feel that fun, but mechanically the fight was in good shape. That's just my opinion. I like to give them feedback on all the bosses, even if it's not the best feedback. You know, maybe they take one of my wacky feedback notes into consideration. I will say a lot more of my feedback has been more constructive in like bug finding. I've only given like one or two of those, just like this boss is kind of whack feedbacks. Drop bone dust here. I've wasted 2 Chi G procs in this dungeon. Makes me sad just thinking about it. Oh, that's a big one. Big spinning crane kick damage. To be honest, I don't think SCK is overtuned. I think Rising Sun Kick is overtuned, but I think there's so many good interactions with spinning crane kick that Windwalker is just going to be in like a very cool place when it comes to Mythic Plus dungeon. That'll be balanced out by the fact that I'm dead. Maybe. Oh no, okay, that's just a stun animation. Cool. I think it'll be balanced out by the fact that this really does not feel like a very melee friendly expansion. From dungeons at least, I would imagine that the raids end up being like, you know, in a similar place here. We'll see. We'll see how all the tuning shakes out. Really cool to just be a part of beta. This is my first time being a part of any beta. Yeah, streamer RNG, I guess. Oh, I rarely stream. I'll take it. This looks like you're gonna die. Oh, okay, it does do some damage at the end there though, so I can definitely find a way to die to that and some high keys. Gotta figure out how to avoid that. But like even being stunned, you know, just like Windwalker damage just feels so cracked right now. Liquid death. You need to murder your thirst. That's sponsored. But it is good. Good bubble water. Can't hate on. Like, this is Windwalker damage with no cooldowns. Still in a really good spot. Like, Windwalker usually does not feel like a class that does well outside of cooldowns, but when Rising Sun kicks are hitting for 50k without gear. Yeah, it's in a good spot. So I imagine they tune RSK way down. Just, especially if you play Serenity, it's just up way too often. I'm hitting like massive RSKs. Honestly, though, they could nerf Rising Sun Kick by like, 30-40%, and the spec would still feel really good to me. I do think it should be an extremely hard hitting ability. I think maybe it's just hitting too hard at the moment. Big cheat. Big damn. That damn is with me canceling Fists of Fury in AoE just to get more RSKs and spin brain kicks out. Fists of Fury's still doing good damage. Bone Dust does good damage. Everything does really good damage on Monk, but more importantly, it feels good to play the class right now. Like, even with Bone Dust Brew, this statue, a lot of people don't like it. It's just passive damage. It's, it's a button to press, right? It's not the most interactive button you're gonna press in your rotation. Do I really like it? Honestly, not really. But I think it's more about me just being completely indifferent to it than just like, unequivocally hating the ability for some irrational reason outside of like, maybe it's just not that fun to press, right? Like, the Monk has plenty of buttons that are fun to press right now. And it may not have even really needed another damage ability. I mean, I know that's like the last talent row. But honestly, things should just empower your current abilities, because Monk's rotation is so engaging, and really every button is fun to press. Am I dead here? Maybe. I haven't got a heal in a while. They might not be coming. I don't know if I can live that. Serenity's dead, unfortunately. I didn't even Bone Dust. Whatever. So, some pretty poor gameplay on this boss, but we are still alive, so that's good. Am I like supposed to go into some of this stuff? Or... No. So yeah, I don't really know. I mean, obviously this ground AoE, there's no way like that's a soak mechanic. I think we're just not getting healed because the whole group's dead. But this guy's a Prot warrior, so he probably doesn't die. I'm pretty sure Prot is immortal right now. Yeah, this guy doesn't die. There's no way. Old Medj Lord out here soloing Chrono Lord Dios in the ground AoEs. Who knows? Maybe, I mean, he's not taking any damage. I don't know. I don't think that's a soak. Maybe it is some kind of soak mechanic. I really don't know. But if your group has better DPS, like if my cooldowns were up on this boss, we probably just, shred him. I've done this boss, with another group, and we destroyed him. But yeah, Prot Warrior, the new Blood DK. Apparently he's got Avatar popped right now. He hits his demo shout, so now the boss is taking 20% more damage. He is not taking any damage, so I assume if any Blizzard developer watches this video for some beta gameplay, This may be the video that gets Prot Warriors nerfed a little bit. Which is unfortunate because I do love Warrior. It's my favorite class in Classic and in Retail. Great job, Medgelord.
Your efforts are impressive, but in vain.
Yeah, I don't really think there were any issues with this boss, honestly. I think it was just the healer doesn't really know what he's doing. Not worried about it. No idea. Go to Gamma, maybe? Yeah, Gamma it is. I think, at least. Grab our 28 gold. We're huge. I think one thing that they could do with these quests is just say start, finish, end, or whatever. start, middle, finish, right? Beginning, middle, finish. Let's see. We broke 30k in that dungeon. RSK, biggest crit was 138k. Little cracked. Biggest spinning crane kick, 25k. Still cracked. Biggest Fist of Fury crit, 25k. Biggest blackout kick, 25k. Rolling Dragon Punch actually not hitting that hard. I wonder if I could live without WDP. I don't think it's worth canceling Fist of Fury for Whirling Dragon Punch. I have to look at that a little bit more in depth. Hey, another headpiece. All right, well, that's some Windwalker Monk gameplay. A lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the dungeon run through. I'll be doing more classes like this on the beta, some gameplay footage, commentating through it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Channel goal, you know, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Doesn't cost you anything, and if you enjoy the content, it's a nice way to kind of send it back my way. Oh, the talents, that's right. I wanted to go over those. So what I did here was just you know, run down from RSK kind of straight down to the White Tiger statue. I didn't take anything in the healing tree because this is like just a DPS build that I'm you know, using. I could have taken Dampen Harm, but I skipped it to kind of get more Touch of Death abilities. I wanted to kind of really see what Touch of Death was hitting for, but then I couldn't afford this guy, and this guy was bugged. But you know, bugged Touch of Death, you know, literally talent that's not working. I will take over Rushing Jadewind 10 out of 10 times. I don't even think this is a fun button to press. Just not my style. I wouldn't take this if it was the best in slot ability. Not fun to me. But what I'm trying to do in the tree here is I go over into the AoE side of the tree, which, you know, it's Windwalker Monk, so really everything is the AoE side of the tree, but the Mark of the Crane side, really fill this out. I wish they would get rid of one of these and bring like open palm strikes over here. This would be like my birthday present. If open palm strikes takes the place of this bugged broken Touch of Death talent, that would be like mint. We'll see what happens. I'm sure this tree is going to get iterated upon a couple more times. You know, you can see I'm just going for, you know, anywhere I can buff spinning crane kick damage with Bone Dust Brew. Then going straight down the middle for Zuyen all the way down to Invoker's Delight, so that every time I pop this little lion over here, little tiger, I get a little haste buff, big haste buff, and then I take a very weird path through this side of the tree, right? Getting my Serenity up more, buffing my Rising Sun kick damage, and taking Whirling Dragon Punch. But I am actually thinking about peeling this off. I don't think it's, I don't know. I mean, in the current tuning, it might not be worth. I'll have to run like the damage per chi and, you know, the DPS on the spell. I know this doesn't take any chi, but technically it takes 5 chi to unlock it. So there's just different ways that I look at Whirling Dragon Punch. Anyway, haven't played Monk since BFA. I think it's in a pretty cool spot right now. Who knows? Potential main. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. Tomato sauce and out. Thanks for watching.